What's good, family? It's your boy, Zion DC, a.k.a. that boy with that good hair. Now, I just want to take time out to weigh in on this George Floyd situation. Now, I'm going to warn you right now that some of you, a lot of you, may not like what I'm about to say. You may not agree with it. You may think I'm too aggressive when I say it. You so-called intellectuals may be like, well, who are you to be saying this? I don't really care. I'm not an intellectual. I didn't go to college. I'm a high school graduate. But what qualifies me to speak on this is I'm black in America. I've sat here for a week watching Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of these news channels, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, Dateline, Nightline, all of them. Watching these so-called Negro leaders, these politicians, and all of these so-called angry people on the internet who all have something to say about this situation. We're tired. We're not going to take this anymore. We need to do this. It's all fine and dandy. But this is how I feel about this whole thing. Let's go back to this whole George Floyd incident. All of you that are posting this video showing his death over and over again. Does anybody ever question why none of the people who were filming this decided to step in and help? My question is this what Black America has become? A society that we're so afraid of the police that we think to solve the problem or helping the situation means to pull out your camera and literally watch somebody die while you just yell about your disapproval? This is what we've come to. Nobody that stood by on the sidelines had the heart to do anything. There wasn't a brick nearby. There wasn't a stick. There wasn't anybody with the heart to bum rush this officer, to at least try to get him off of the man's neck. There was nobody willing to take the charge to save this man's life. Yes, it's sad, that tragic, disgusting that George Floyd was killed by this officer. But what is even more disheartening is the fact that nobody interceded to help him. I'm a child that was raised in the 90s. Back when, statistically speaking, we weren't expected as black males to live to see 21. We were harassed, beaten, thrown in jail, set up, accused, all over the country. But the interesting about the 90s brothers is they fought. Don't believe the hype that we just got killed and didn't fight. History teaches us all of these leaders of the black movement who really stood for black equality, who really stood for making sure that black people knew just how strong we were, that black people knew their rights, that black people knew that we didn't have to back down. It's interesting that all of these Negro leaders were assassinated because of what they believed. But yet the so-called Negro leaders we got now have all type of messages, all type of words, eloquent speeches to give when things like this happen. But yet y'all have maintained over the years and not died. And I'm not saying that you don't get death threats, but it's interesting to me that you guys are still alive. But yet all of these other real Negro leaders, and I call them real Negro leaders because they knew the cost. They knew the cost of speaking out. They spoke out and they died. They died for their people. It disturbs me that nobody has the heart to step in when we're watching all of this police brutality go on. That now everybody is outraged after the fact, after somebody is dead. But you weren't outraged when it was going on. Nobody had the heart to do anything then. George Floyd could have still been alive had somebody acted. I don't know what others have said, but I'll be one of the first to say this is not going to be tolerated by me. If this happens in front of me, if I'm in an area where it is happening, if I see it happening, I will take the charge for my fellow man in order to save his life. Now, I know that may not be one of the best things to say because they'll start to pay attention to what you say, but I don't really care at this point. I am willing to die for my fellow man so that they can live. I am willing to take the charge for my fellow man so that they will live. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. Because it's not just a black thing. Don't think it's just black people. That's just what they putting in the news, y'all. But black America is so outraged right now that the first thing that y'all want to do is riot. The first thing black America does is go and protest.
I need some get back.
Let me ask you something.
Payback.
You're tearing up your own neighborhood, and now you're looting stores. What does that solve? What does you gaining a TV or whatever you're getting out of these stores solve or help the situation that we're in right now? If you want to tear something up, go to their neighborhood and tear it up. But I don't even suggest doing that because, again, what does looting solve? We are perpetuating the stereotype.
You got to see. Hell, never do any damn thing to me.
All of these celebrities and things, they speak from a safe place. But how many of you are going to get out there? How many of you are going to step in for your fellow man? How many of you are willing to risk your career, your life, to save somebody's life when their brutality is happening in front of your face? Are you going to pull your camera out and watch and allow this person to die? Or are you going to start standing up and making something happen? I went out yesterday, lines at the pawn shop full of black people ready to get armed. To do what? How many of you are really going to shoot? You hear it all through the hood, how tough you guys are. You want to sit around and shoot each other. You ready to shoot and do all this, but y'all won't do it to the police. You talk all of this mess, but you're not doing it for real. Where the real OGs at? Where them 80s niggas at? The warriors. The ones who didn't care. The ones who said, no, you're not finna do this. We're the ones who are willing to risk their lives to save someone else. Not on a selfish cause, but because it's somebody's life. It's a human being's life.
Let me hit him. Hit him, Fred. Hit him.
I hear you, people. Yes, we're tired. But how tired are you? Because for the last 10, 12 years, you have consistently seen this happen. And what has happened? We have protested. March to the courthouses. All of a sudden, all of these black firms are handling these cases. They become hella successful.
Don't want me to see, but
A lot of eloquent speeches. A lot of news. A lot of attention. And then it dies down. And we wait for the next thing to happen. I'm saying, I've said it, and I'm saying it again. If this happens in front of me, I am not finna stand there and pull out my camera. I don't care what there is around me. I don't care how many police officers is. I'm stepping in. I'm not finna sit here and watch somebody die while recording it and then post it up so that all of America can see it. No, I'm going to step in. I'm going to do what needs to be done. Black America, we need to shut this country down. Just stop. Take time off from work. Shut it down. Stop buying.
On a big payback.
Stop worrying about, your job.
Hey,
They build a country on our backs.
I'm a man.
You don't think that we have the power to shut it down? Black America is the most influential race on the planet.
Tell you.
They don't do this to any other blacks anywhere else except for here in America.
On a big payback. Hey,
But yet we're tired.
hit me again.
500 years of this and we're tired.
Lord.
I don't get it.
Hey,
I'm tired of us being tired.
I need it. I need a hit again.
My pastor always says when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired is when you will really do something. Well, when are we going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? When are we going to stop standing on the sidelines watching our boys die and start getting up and doing what needs to be done?
Sold me out.
Y'all afraid to get your J's dirty? You afraid to scuff your Timberlands?
Said my woman had it all.
What, are we buying the guns just for show?
Try to make the deal.
Because I remember a time when brothers and sisters took up their arms. When they weren't afraid to fight. When they weren't afraid of all of this.
Had my boys on a heel.
This is for anybody that's in the call. Anybody who's just tired of this. I don't care what race you are. When are you going to stop standing by and make something happen? Because it could be you next time.
Tell what she does.
And I'm pretty sure you're going to want somebody to help you in the midst of your situation. So stop standing by watching other people die.
Take those kids and raise them up.
But that's just how I feel.
They got a righteous cup.
Y'all may not like this. You may not agree with it. Some of y'all may be like, who are you to talk like that?
Woman,
Again,
it's one place she found.
I'm a black man in America
Just run that mother
who is saying,
down.
yes, enough is enough. But enough should have been enough
Get up.
to save this man's life.
Make her get up. Make her get up.
Somebody
Get
should
up.
have done something.
I'm mad.
Somebody should have put their camera down and did what needed to be done.
I want revenge. My
Somebody should have been brave enough,
on revenge. My
had the heart
on revenge.
to do whatever needed to be done to save that man's life.
Can I get some hits? I need those hits.
Think about it.
Need those hits.
It's your boy, Zion DC, a.k.a. that boy with that good hair. It's Munchies in your hood, y'all.